Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Anthony Moore for Your Money More from Freeman Descendants of Chicago, formerly known as ADOS Chicago. And once again, we're here to talk about the 1619 Rapid Relief Executive Order, which we are pushing our governor here in Illinois to sign. Our governor, Democrat multi-billionaire J.B. Pritzker, who inherited all this money. And we've been advocating for this bill, for this policy for over a year, right alongside with legislation that we actually got this same governor in question, multi-billionaire J.B. Pritzker, who inherited all this money. Another groundbreaking legislation that we were instrumental in getting him to sign, and we helped get craft the Violence as a Health Crisis and Disease Bill. It actually was shortened to Violence as a Health Crisis, but it still gets to the same point, violence as a health crisis and disease. So we're already putting in that work. We're already doing great things. We're already out here fighting and advocating for you. And guess what? We can use your help and to do guess what? Help guess who? You, the people. All right? Yeah, because actually the Violence as a Health Crisis Bill that he signed at the end of April of 2021, and like I said, we advocate for that hand in hand with this executive order that we are still advocating for, because even though we've been at it for over a year, hell, this is part of our over 400-year struggle as Black people have descended from U.S. chattel slavery. Hence, 1619 Rapid Relief Executive Order. It's the arc of justice is long, but you don't stop from fighting that fight because it take a long time. Because hell, if that was the case, we would have been out here. We wouldn't even be here today. Come on, yeah. So in case you didn't figure it out, when I say the 1619 and the number 1619 and 1619 Rapid Relief Executive Order references the year 1619, which references a year and an era that the bulk of the people who this executive order is intended for, the ancestors of the bulk of the people who this executive order was intended for, were brought to this country and changed. In other words, it's policy specifically and explicitly for Black people. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. And to say that this is policy specifically and explicitly for Black people is to say that this is policy specifically and explicitly for the people most responsible for Governor Pritzker being in that office. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Because even though this man is a multi-billionaire who inherited all this money, and even though this man bought and was sold all kind of things, all kind of resources, all kind of people, all kind of clout, in order to get into that office using the money he inherited, even with that being the case, we call him JB. I wouldn't be governor without the Black vote Pritzker. Guess what? Guess what? He wouldn't be governor without the Black vote. And the reason why I am whispering that is because they act like it's a secret and they want to keep it a secret. The fact that this man is only in that office because of Black people and a Black vote. We gave this man over 90%. It was like 95, 96%. Some astronomically high number. We gave him damn near all of the Black vote. And the man ain't doing nothing but pandering. But that's the whole playbook nationwide. And they do it because, and I'm talking about these Democrats in particular, and no, I'm not saying vote Republican, because if I'm in the pit of alligators, my idea of a solution is to instead jump to a pit of crocodiles. Okay, I don't believe in change from one bad decision to another bad decision, because guess what? If you change from one bad decision to another bad decision, guess what you're doing? Making a bad decision. Just because you're making a different decision, don't somehow magically make it a good decision. And these choices that we have are neither one of them are acceptable. That's why we demanding more. And we can use your help in demanding more for guess what? You, us. Come on. Y'all know they ain't working the way it is. So why the hell accept it? Imagine if our ancestors and predecessors would have accepted being slaves. Imagine if our ancestors and predecessors would have accepted not being able to vote, legally vote. Imagine if our ancestors and predecessors would have accepted not being legally recognized as human. Come on. Damn. Back to this 1619 Rapid Relief Executive Order that we could use your help and supporting and holding this guy accountable. JB, I wouldn't be governor without the Black vote Pritzker. Okay, because if we wouldn't have gave him as high of a percentage of our vote as we gave him, he wouldn't be governor. Like I said, if we would have gave him some of the percentages of the Black votes that some of these ethnicities gave him, he wouldn't be governor. Imagine if he would only get 20-30% of the Black vote. This man would not. He wouldn't have won the Democratic primary, because in the Democratic primary, so in other words, he wouldn't even run the primary and been in a position to beat the other guy, the Republican that he ran against, Bruce, another billionaire. Or close. That's another thing. The fact that the Republican was a billionaire, or at least he was close to it. The fact that we had to go from one billionaire, a billionaire Republican, to a billionaire Democrat. What the hell does that say about our society and where it's at? The fact now we can only elect billionaires. Come on, for real. And then that gets to the point that I was just about to make, which is that now in the Democratic primary, there was a guy, Dan Ubis, who had now he would have to come with a black agenda. So before he could have got our support, he would have had to come with a black agenda and address black needs specifically, but still he had a much more working class background and a much more working class track record than Governor JB. I wouldn't be governor without the black vote Pritzker did. But yet Negroes, and we talking about especially you older Negroes who do whatever this Democratic machine tell you to do, okay? I mean, the other guy clearly had a more working class background, a more relatable life and track record of being with the working class. But the Democratic machine said vote for this billionaire who inherited all his money. So of course older Negroes got in line. Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Mr. Tony, I'm gonna do what you say. You ain't doing a damn thing for me. You just give me sweet words. You never fulfill promises. Hell, half the time you don't even make no promises because I don't demand them. But I'm gonna do what you say do because you know what's best, boss. This man a billionaire. He can't relate to me. Don't care nothing about me. Probably if I really look at it, because the man lived a life of prison. But boss, you said. I ain't gonna look at no. You said do billionaire. I'm gonna fuck with this billionaire, boss. Okay, because the late great Paul Mooney talked about the illusion of that. But in order to hold Pritzker accountable, we got to hold these politicians accountable, all of them. And matter of fact, in the over year that we've been advocating for this, right alongside with that bill that we advocated, like I said, we even coupled them together. Like a lot of our literature actually had the Viruses of Health Crisis bill and the executive order together. So matter of fact, I attached a document that we sent out to these politicians because that's the point I was about to get to. We reached out to many of these states, maybe most of them, but we didn't reach out to a lot. I personally reached out to a number of these, and our team reached out to a number of these state legislators to get their support, and I think it's like one or two that's supporting us. Is it because it's not a good idea? No, it's because they ain't trying to do nothing unless they forced to do something if it benefits the people. It's because they some shit, and I'm talking about the black. We reached out to all of them. We reached out to them regardless of whether they was black or white. But of course, if the black ones don't do it, the non-black ones ain't gonna advocate for it. And I think it was one guy who not black who supported it. So shame on you, shucking the job and stepping the fetch and tap dancing, Bojangle, jump jack, flash, sell out house, need to go, Negroes, and we gotta call it what it is. Because these people, our people, sell us out all day, every day. Now, other races don't have politicians, at least not as obviously as us, as egregiously as ours do, that sell them out because they won't allow it. But our politicians have been thoroughly colonized. They understand. They are told, especially when you talk about that congressional level, they cannot be politicians unless you sell out your people. You cannot be politicians if you serve out your people. And they accept it. They show that they are the type of Negroes that's gonna step, the shucking, the jiving, the stepping, the fetching, the tap dance. They show they're gonna be all about that all day, every day. But then they're gonna pimp and lie to their people. Us. And we accept it. No, it's better not to have anybody in those positions. Why should these people get taxpayer dollars, draw a check for being a shucking and jiving, stepping and fetching, tap dancing, Bojangles, jumping jack flash, sell out, house, need to go, Negroes? Because when it comes to our people that sell us out, I don't even like to think of them as Negroes. I call them need to goes because they Negroes that need to go. Anybody that sell out their people need to go. Anybody that piss on the legacy of our ancestors need to go. Anybody that's one of us who sell out their own future generation needs to go. Sell vacuum cleaners, sell insurance. These positions are about fighting. These political positions, they are about public service. They are about advocacy. And if you are not going to do that, let somebody step into the position who will. But you wanted to do it for a career. And your career is selling out and deceiving and misleading your people. And you all in for it as long as you can get your bag and get a pat on the head from massa. And we accept it as the people. We got to say, hell no, we deserve better. Our ancestors deserve better. Our kids deserve better. Our future generation deserve better. Come on. Damn. And it's unacceptable, but we accept it. Too many of us. It's better not to have nobody in a position because it's the illusion of inclusion. These people aren't serving us. And so why waste taxpayer dollars on some people that's going to be in political positions but not going to fight for the people or advocate for the people or even look out for, or even try to look out for the people's best interests? Why? Because at least if we don't have nobody in these positions, we know what time it is. I mean, hell, if we can't find nobody that's really gonna fight for us, don't put nobody in a position because it ain't nothing but the late great Paul Mooney talked about, the illusion of inclusion. So many of us black folks are far too happy with the illusion, and it's just that an illusion. We're demanding the real thing, the hell with the illusion. So that's what we getting at. So like, subscribe, click that notification bell, click on the links below. Come on, let's do something different, because insanity is doing the same thing the same way, expecting to get different results. We need different results. And even though I can't guarantee that any damn thing is going to work, hell, at least it's worth a try. It's better than what we doing with what we already doing. And for many of us, that's not a damn thing. Just accepting, getting screwed, getting pimped, getting played. No, come on. That's what we talking about. 1619 Rap Relief Executive Order. Anthony Moore for your money more. Freedom Descendants of Chicago. Violence is a health crisis bill. 1619 Rap Relief Executive Order. Peace.